great players. They have a great organization. And you tell them one thing.
What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Also make sure to hit that bell notification, that way you get notified every time I post a video just like this one. Without further ado, let's jump right into the topic of this video. The Las Vegas Raiders got completely dominated against the Buffalo Bills, and this team showed they are not there yet when it comes to being able to compete at the next level in the National Football League. The Buffalo Bills to me are a legitimate playoff contender in the National Football League, and this game was just a huge test to see how far along our team is when it comes to competing against the elite teams in the National Football League. The Raiders got dominated. They lost 38-10, and they struggled tremendously on the offensive side of the football. Really, this team struggled on all facets of the football: offense, defense, coaching. But look, today we will primarily be focusing on the offensive side of the football, the quarterback play, the offensive line, and just in general the lack of offensive production from this team, which we're gonna absolutely need in order to be able to compete in this game. But without further ado, let's jump right into the tape. This first play essentially sums up how well the Raiders were able to run the ball. Josh Jacobs loses 5 yards here on first down, and just look at guard Greg Van Roten get absolutely dominated and pushed back right here. He gets pushed back almost 5 yards, which absolutely clogs up any type of running lane for Josh Jacobs. Good back shoulder fade to Davante Adams, who really was the only one who performed well this week on offense. Now this jet sweep goes for big yards from rookie Trey Tucker, and really this was the only time we were able to get anything good on the ground in the run game. I think Josh McDaniels really needs to find a way to incorporate Trey Tucker in more plays like this where he can get the ball out in space. Here was the only touchdown we were able to put on the board, and after this everything went downhill for the Raiders, which was disappointing because it was a very good first drive. Here we try to run the ball again, but Dylan Parham loses on his block, which allows penetration in the backfield and leads to another loss of yards on first down. Now the first turnover of the day, the Raiders run a motion here with DeAndre Carter, and you can see the corner follows him, which typically indicates man-to-man coverage, and the Raiders try to counter the aggressive defensive line by running a screen pass. But as we can see here, the defensive tackle immediately gets off the line, and before Jimmy Garoppolo can even turn around and throw this ball, he's already in the backfield. He's already breathing down his neck. Jimmy G tries to get this ball to Amir Abdullah, but the pass gets deflected and leads to an interception. Look, Abdullah was open, and if he would have got it to him, this might have gone for a big yard, but the pressure they were able to generate just led to this turnover. Unfortunate play, but I'm also not too sure if this was the actual play design or if Andre James was supposed to block initially and then let go and get out in space for the screen pass, but it was going to be tough to get that ball off. Right here, a missed opportunity by this offense. Not sure if this was a communication error between Jimmy Garoppolo and Davante Adams. If Jimmy Garoppolo throws the wrong route or Davante runs the wrong route, I'm not sure exactly what happened. But as we can see here, this should have been a layup for the Raiders. Should have been an easy first down. You can't miss on these type of throws, these type of plays, especially when it comes to Davante Adams. You're not going to get these on a consistent basis where it's just wide open. You can see Davante Adams wanted this ball to be thrown vertically, but Jimmy Garoppolo throws it towards the sideline, which leads to disappointing incomplete pass. Another 0-yard run play. This right here was a combination of two things. First, Ed Oliver dominates the double team. Andre James loses his matchup, and also nobody picks up the blitzing safety who gets into the backfield and makes a play. Dylan Parham once again loses his matchup, and the defensive tackle is already in Josh Jacobs' face as soon as he gets the ball. This O-line needs to do much better against the run. And here a missed throw from quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. He misses the throw to DeAndre Carter. Jimmy G does a good job stepping up in the pocket, but he throws his pass short to DeAndre Carter, who had separation on this comeback route. Just another missed opportunity. And once again, just look at number 70, Greg Van Roten. He gets pushed back 5 yards into the backfield, which slows down Josh Jacobs in the backfield and leads to another terrible run. Second turnover of the day for Jimmy Garoppolo. Really, there was nobody open down the field. Jimmy G tries to check it down to Josh Jacobs once again, but the Buffalo Bills linebacker was able to make a crazy play over Josh Jacobs. Just a very unfortunate play for the Raiders. And right here, the one time this offensive line is able to open up some type of hole, Josh Jacobs just isn't able to make anything happen with it. And this is also what I mean by the fact that to me, this is not the Josh Jacobs I saw from last season when he was so explosive and aggressive. He does look very rusty and just a step slower than he was last season, and that's a big problem for me as well. We need Josh Jacobs to be at 100% for this offense to be able to take it to the next level, and I don't know how long that's going to take, especially with him missing the entire training camp. Here, Jimmy Garoppolo makes an ill-advised throw, and he's really got to watch out because he's going to get our star wide receiver Davante Adams killed if he keeps throwing him passes like this into triple coverage as he gets hit with a big shot. But luckily, Davante Adams does not have a concussion, so he should be available for next week. And to cap off this disappointing performance from the offense, Zamir White fumbles the ball, and this isn't really going to help his case to win more reps, especially with Josh Jacobs struggling the way he is. You'd think this could have been a big opportunity for Zamir White to have some big runs and kind of show maybe he can get more reps with the first team offensive line. But as I said, he fumbles it, and that really just summarizes the offense for the Raiders in this game. So as we saw, Raider Nation, the offensive line was not able to generate any push or really create any holes in the run game, and this is very concerning for me because last season this was a huge strength for the Raiders offensive line. This is one of the big reasons why Josh Jacobs was able to run for over 1,600 yards. And if you look at it too, our new right guard, Greg Van Roten, he doesn't seem to be the best when it comes to run blocking. In the past game, he's pretty good, but in this game, we saw he struggled against the run. Also, Dylan Parham did as well. And just in general, in this game, for the Raiders to even have a chance, it was going to be imperative for us to control the game and run the football, which we were unable to do at all. Josh Jacobs ran the ball 9 times for -2 yards, which is just absolutely mind-boggling to me. That's hard to do, be able to run for negative yards, but that's exactly what the Raiders did. The Raiders also got completely dominated when it comes to time of possession, and I also know we did too because I don't even have to look up the exact stats, but usually when I watch the All-22 film, when I analyze an offense, usually it's 45 minutes to an hour of content depending on how the game went. But today, for this game, it was only 32 minutes of content for the All-22 film for the Raiders offense. So that just shows you that the Raiders offense was completely dominated when it comes to time of possession, and it just shows they were unable to sustain any drives. There's a lot of 3-and-outs, and just in general to our defense, could not get off the field. So you factor this all in, and it's not a surprise that we got blown out just by the way we played. And one thing that we learned in this game is that our wide receiver group right now is top heavy as hell. Really, if it's not Davante Adams or Jacoby Myers, I'm not sold on anybody else at the wide receiver position at the moment. Once again, Hunter Renfrow was a non-factor for us. The tight ends weren't able to get involved either. DeAndre Carter or Trey Tucker really don't look like they're ready to take a bigger role in the offense just yet. So really, when it comes to this game, you can make the argument that you should just scratch the tape and just, move on to the next week. Forget about this one. There's definitely some things we got to work on. There's no doubt about that. I hope this game was just that though, just a bad day for this team, and the Raiders can hopefully get back on track against the Steelers, which I will say the Steelers defense isn't no walk in the park either. But most importantly for the Raiders moving forward, I think we're going to have to work on the run blocking, because if we can't run the football, I don't think this offense is built to have our quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo step back week in and week out and drop back and throw the ball 30 plus times. I think this offense is built to be a little bit more balanced, and really it's just a waste having such a good running back in Josh Jacobs and not being able to register any type of run. It's going to be imperative for this offense moving forward. If we can get a good running game going, then this offense could be something special, but without it, I think we'll be average at best. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comment section down below. Anybody that's new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.